Morning, my dear students. Today's topic is body fluid. So we have discussed about the body fluid. What is body fluid? We can say in our body, if we want to see the total body water 60%, that means 42 liters. Intracellular volume is 40%, that means 28 liters, and extracellular volume is 20%, that means 14 liter. Here one thing is more, interstitial volume is 15%, that means 10.5 liter. Plasma volume is 5%, that means 3.5 liter. Now what is body fluid? The body fluid contains many fluids differ in composition to meet their functions. The most important body fluids are blood, urine, milk, semen, cerebrospinal fluid, aqueous humor, sweat, tear, lymph, amniotic fluid, synovial fluid, pericardium, cardial and peritoneal fluid. Now, just we want to see the anatomy of the body fluid compartments. Number 1, total body water. Water constitutes 60% of the total body weight as measured by the deuterium oxide or titrate water. Under males 60%, whereas in females 50%. Normal variation, that will be the plus minus 15%. So highest proportion of total body water is in newborn infants with maximum of 75 to 80%, at years 65%. Point 2, volume of total body water is 40 liters. That means intracellular fluid is equal to 25 liters, or we can say 40%, whereas ECF, yani extracellular fluid, plasma and interstitial fluid, that is 15%, 15 liter, that means 20%. Third is ionic composition of IECF, intracellular fluid and extracellular fluid. Intracellular fluid, cation anion, potassium, magnesium, phosphate and proteins. Extracellular fluid, that means sodium chloride or bicarbonate. Fourth is osmolarity of body fluid is 292 to 300 mol per liter. Now body fluid is formed by solids and wet fluids. Fluids part is a more than 2/3 of the whole body. Now water forms most of the fluid part of the body. In human beings, the total body water varies from 45% to 75% of body weight. In a normal young adult, male body contains 60% to 65% of water and 35% to 40% of solid. In a normal young adult female, the water is 50 to 55% and solids are 45 to 50%. In females, water is less because of the more amount of the subcutaneous adipose tissues. In a normal young adult female, the water is 50% to 55% and solids are 45 to 50%. In thin person, water contains is more than that in obese persons. In old age, water contents is decreased due to the increase in adipose tissue. The total quantity of body water is an average human being weighing about 70 kg is about 40 liter. Now let us discuss with the significance of the body fluid in homeostasis. It means homeostasis means keeping things constant and comes from two words, Greek words, homeo meaning similar and stasis meaning stable. So body cells survive in the fluid medium called internal environment or milieu intérieur, इंडोर वातावरण, इसको बोल सकते हैं इंडोर वातावरण. Now internal environment contains substances such as glucose, amino acids, lipids, vitamins, ions, oxygens, which are essential for growth and functioning of the cell, whereas water not only forms the major constituent of internal environment but also play an important role in the homeostasis. Now composition of the body fluids. The body fluids contains water and solids. Solids are organic and inorganic substances. Organic substances are glucose, amino acid and other proteins, fatty acids and other lipids, for hormones and enzymes. Inorganic substances present in the body fluids are sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate, phosphate and sulfates. Now extracellular fluid contains large quantity of sodium, chloride and bicarbonate. Extracellular fluid contains large quantity of sodium, chloride, bicarbonate, glucose, fatty acids and oxygen. A carboxylic acid consisting of a hydrocarbon chain and a terminal carboxy group, especially any of those occurring as esters in fats and oils. The intracellular fluid contains large quantity of the potassium, magnesium, phosphate, sulfate and proteins. The pH of the extracellular fluid is 7.4, whereas the pH of the intracellular fluid is 7. So total body water and the volume of the different compartments of the body fluids are measured by the indicator dilution method or dye dilution method. In 1824, Hering introduced as indicator dilution method for measuring blood velocity. Now maintenance of water balance. The body has several mechanisms which work together and maintain the water balance. The important mechanism involves hypothalamus and kidneys. Now this is the picture. Through this we can understand the effects of isotonic, hypertonic or hypotonic solutions on red blood cells. Hypotonic solution means the swollen of cells, that means it comes under the endosmosis. Second slide is isotonic solution, that means normal cells, and third slide is hypertonic solution, that means it created cells exosmosis. Now applied aspects. Dehydration. Under the dehydration is defined as the excessive loss of water from the body, and body requires certain amount of the fluid intake daily or for normal functions. Minimum daily requirement of the water intake is about 1 liter, and this varies with the age and activity of the individual. The most active individuals need 2 to 3 liters of water intake daily, whereas the dehydration occurs when fluid losses is more than the what is consumed. So dehydration in infants suffering from severe diarrhea and vomiting caused by bacterial or viral infections develop dehydration. It becomes life-threatening if the lost body fluids are not replaced, and this happens when parents are unable to recognize the signs. Aging effects of the dehydration. Elders are at high risk of the dehydration even if they are healthy. It is because of the increased fluid loss and it decreases fluid intake. In some cases, the severe dehydration in old age may be the fatal. The water intoxication or overhydration. Water intoxication is that condition characterized by great increase in the water content of the body, and it is also called the overhydration, hyperhydration, water excess or water poisoning. Now, what are the causes? The water intoxication occurs when more fluid intake than that can be excreted. Water intoxication due to the drinking excess water is rare when the body's symptoms are functioning normally. But there are some conditions that can produce water intoxication. There are some certain conditions in which the water intoxication may occur. Number one, heart failure, in which the heart cannot pump blood properly. Second is renal disorder, in which kidney fails to excrete enough water in urine. Third, hypersecretion of the antidiuretic hormone, as in the case of syndrome of the inappropriate hypersecretion of the antidiuretic hormone, that means SIADH. And fourth one is the intravenous administration of the undulate large amount of the medication and fluids than the person's body can excrete. Now, what are the treatment? The treatment in the mild water intoxication requires only fluid restriction. In very severe cases, the treatment is include number one, diuretic or to increases the water loss of the through urine, and point two, that means ADH, antidiuretic hormone receptors antagonists, to prevent the ADH induced absorption of water from renal tubules. In general, though, these drugs produces stimulant and convulsant effects. Third point, intravenous administration of the saline to restore sodium. Thank you.